Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor to stand before you today. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the Chancellery of the Prime Minister, British Poles, Transatlantic Alliance Foundation and the Independent Research Group for this invaluable opportunity to share and connect. As a British citizen, proudly rooted in my Ukrainian heritage, I have a huge amount of affection for Poland and its people. When I first moved to the UK more than 20 years ago, the Polish community was one of the warmest I met. I'm blessed to call many of those many friends still to this day. I also have Polish clients through my company Stellin-Law. Those individuals are incredibly important to me as they help to pay my bills. I would like to give a special thank you to George Buczynski, advisor to APPG on Poland. George is a more recent friend, but a friend nonetheless. He has worked with me, shown kindness and support to further my work of securing Ukraine government support for Ukraine against Russia's brutal invasion. It is because of him I'm here today. But George isn't alone. Poland and Polish people have resolutely stood by Ukraine since that fateful day back in February 2022. Poland has welcomed more than 1 million Ukrainian refugees. Poland has provided more than 11 billion euros to help Ukraine. And Poland has helped move defensive weapons and equipment to the country, facilitating the remarkable defense by Ukraine. I'm privileged. I run a successful company here in the UK. I have a beautiful family who live safely in South London. We live in a comfortable life in a country at peace. I didn't experience the pain and loss that so many Ukrainians have. I was able to get my family out quickly, and they have been living at my home since then. I was privileged to be able to do that. So many others were not as fortunate. I remember when first refugees started to come over the borders of Romania and Poland. I remember vividly the shelling of Kyiv Oblast, where I grew up, wondering how this could happen in our modern civilized world. But I quickly had to focus on how I could help my friends, my family, and any Ukrainian seeking refuge. At Stellin-Law, we opened offices and had lines around the block. We offered pro bono support to thousands of Ukrainians here in the UK, and we continue to provide free advice. Shortly after the war began, I was grateful to be appointed as Ombudsman representative for human rights in the UK. This has given me a broader scope to help people get schooling, access to healthcare and housing. And more recently, I took a role of director of Conservative Friends of Ukraine organization, working with MPs to lobby for continued government support on Ukraine. In the current geopolitical landscape, it is imperative to acknowledge Poland's pivotal role, but also the collective responsibility of the international community in supporting Ukraine's defense against the invasion by Russia, and never forgetting those who have fled and today live among us. They have been separated from loved ones. Many have lost their homes, or tragically, members of their family have been killed. Today, Ukrainian refugees who came to the UK on emergency or temporary 3-year visa or Ukrainian scheme visa has only just over 12 months to go. Many have been moved out of their homes for Ukraine accommodation, and some have ended up sleeping on the streets. Yes, we need to continue supporting Ukrainian sovereignty with weapons and finance. It is equally important to address the impact on the people affected by this war. I know our Polish brothers and sisters will always be there. I want to end my personal plea. Remember, the battle raging in Ukraine is not just for one nation, but for the principle of democracy, self-determination, and the very fabric of international peace and security. As we edge closer to the second anniversary, I hope we can reaffirm our commitment to stand by Ukraine, reinforce our support for Ukrainians on the front lines and the refugees across Europe, and extend the unified front against Russian aggression. It's only through collective action and steadfast determination that we can ensure a brighter, more secure for Ukraine and the entire European community. And finally, I would like to give a quick shout out to the medical lifelines Ukraine found, who are with us this evening. If you wish to stand in solidarity with Ukraine and contribute to the well-being of its citizens, consider directing your support towards them. Donations play a crucial role in providing essential medical assistance, particularly through the provision of the ambulances. Thank you once again to host, and thank you to everyone for your continued support. Ukraine must win. Slava Ukraini!